There's one question that I thought was just very nice question. Good feel-good question from Rohit. Who said, what is the component of the application that you're most excited to see when you're reviewing applications? And the follow-up is one of the ways that the applicants tend to mess up that component. But let's stick with the first part. Just when you review an application, what do you like? Wow, I'm excited. Let's dig in on this piece. We'll go. Okay, Donna, Clarke wants to go first. You want to put your hand up?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were looking for volunteers.
Oh no. Well, now I am. Go for it.
Okay, just quickly, we have a question that asks the person to introduce themselves to the community and share something that's not on their resume, and I love reading the responses.
Okay, let's sort of get some of the randomness and character that people aren't expecting that they're gonna contribute. Great. Okay, anyone else want to throw their hand up for the next round? The next round? The Vic's want to grab back. Donna Levenson.
Yep. So this is not on our original application, the initial one, but when we invite people for interviews, we actually ask them to provide 2 additional pieces of information. And one of them is a data visualization, either one that they have created or something that they've seen that really captures their attention. And I love these. It gives people an additional opportunity to share something they're passionate about. I always learn something from these visualizations. I love the conversation that often spins off from these visualizations. So I would say this is one of my favorite parts of our application process.
That's great. Allison, go for it.
Yeah, I think we've kind of already touched on it for us, but it's the 25 things essay. It's really fun. But people tell you things that again wouldn't come up other places. They include links to videos of themselves doing certain things. There are photos in there. I've seen more babies and dogs and kittens, which I love. People diving with sharks, like it's amazing. So yeah, every time I kind of save that, that's like my little dessert as I'm reading the application, like, all right, here we go. And here's the 25 things. And that's where you really, really get to know the person as a whole. So that's absolutely the most fun.
Well, as I said at the beginning, part of the reason why I did this in the first place is to show that we have real human beings here who have real emotions. Like the idea that you're referring to that as dessert, I think is an exclamation point on that core point. Lawrence, what about you, Lawrence? What do you love to see? What do you get excited about digging into? What can't you wait to get to?
I always get excited about the interviews. I think the interviews, it's an opportunity. We do in person and virtual, both are seeing the same value. But I'm always excited to read how our interviewers are interfacing with the candidates, and that's an opportunity for them to come out of their shell, the applicant to come out of their shell a little bit, and they share a little bit more about their authentic voice, but they bring their whole self to the interview. They share their authentic voice, and they share stories that elevate beyond what their essays do. So I'm always excited to read the interviews.
Right. Bruce.
Yeah, I'm going to approach it a little differently. We, as part of holistic review, which I think you'll hear us all talk about, every candidate presents a different profile and different strengths and weaknesses, and we try to meet them where they are. And so I don't know if I could point to a single element that is like we're most excited for, because we're most, different things will pop for different applicants, and we're most excited for that element for each applicant. And in some things, for some candidates, it might be something more straightforward. For some things, it might be something supplemental that kind of really adds context and contour. And so I think, we try to approach each candidacy individually and not really kind of force fit that candidate into our idea of what they need to present to us, but really try to meet them where they are. And so I think for each candidate, we're excited for something a little bit different each time.
Okay, great. Donna, Swinford.
I agree with Bruce. I think we get really like a first snapshot candidate, and then you kind of decide from there where to read. I don't really necessarily read every application the same order or the same way, because each one's different. And so it's kind of this discovery of getting to know who the person is. So there's many different highlights in various applications.
Okay.